In today's Murli, especially Baba is explaining that who is the lawmaker and who is the lawbreaker. So, especially Baba is emphasizing that those who break the laws, niyam, srimad, what Baba has given to us, they cannot be law maker or new world maker. So Baba is saying that you check yourself that from morning till the end, am I breaking any rule, any laws? If I'm following each and every law, then only I can be law maker. And also Baba explained that what kind of mistake we are making, that's why we make rules, laws. So Baba said, many times we see show instead of saying Shiva, means we see the body and we break the rule, laws. So Baba is saying that there is a very small difference, that is the Shiva and Shiv. So Baba said, keep attention, always see the Shiva, then you will be the law follower, then only you will become the law maker, not the law breaker. And also Baba emphasized that many times we say, na, yes, sometimes I am the lawmaker, sometimes I am the lawmaker. But Baba said these two things should be together. That is the lawmaker and lawmaker. Not the means lawful and lawful should be the together, not the at a time one. Then we will not the embodiment of the success. But if really we want to become the embodiment of success, then these two forms, lawful and lawful, should be together. So I was thinking on these. So I got that reflection that to become these two swarup together, then there is only the one law, that is the law of love. When we are so much in that form of the love, means lawful, then definitely we will become the loveful, then definitely we will become the lawful. Like Dadis, when Dadi says something, explains some law, then we agree within a second, because so much lovingly, so much internally they explain that law, right? So Baba is emphasizing these two things. We are going to listen that Murli date is 3rd May 1972, and Murli's heading is be lawmaker, not the law breaker. Be lawmaker, not the law breaker. Do you consider yourselves to be both lawful and lawful? Are you lawful to the same extent as you are lawful? So Baba asking to us, are you lawful to the same extent as you are lawful? Or it is that you cannot be lawful when you are lawful, and you cannot be lawful when you are lawful. Are you able to reveal both these stages at the same time as your form in action? So this is the main task, that are you able to reveal both these stages at the same time as your form in action, until your stages of law and love become equal. You cannot constantly be the embodiment of success in your actions. You cannot constantly be the embodiment of success in your actions. In order to be the embodiment of success and the image of perfection, you need both these stages. So Baba is emphasizing here, in order to become the embodiment of success and the image of perfection, we need both these stages, lawful and loveful. You have to be lawful to the self also, not just to others. First, Baba is saying need to be lawful to the self, then only with the others. I am not following the laws and I'm applying on others, then they are not going to follow that laws. So those who are lawful to themselves can also be lawful to others. If you break any laws which apply to your own self, then you cannot lay down any laws for others. Very nicely I was explaining here. If you break any laws which apply to your own self, then you cannot lay down any laws for others. इसलिए बाबा कहते पहले खुद करो, आपको देखकर दूसरे करेंगे. But if I am breaking the laws and I am thinking that others will follow that laws, then that is not going to happen. Then no matter how much you try to be lawful to others, you will not be able to be that. Therefore, ask yourself, have I become lawful with myself and with other souls? From morning till night, are you breaking any laws in your thoughts, actions, connections, in giving cooperation to one another or in service? I repeat, ask yourself, have I become lawful with myself and with other souls? From morning till night, are you breaking any laws in your thoughts, actions, connections, in giving cooperation to one another or in service? Those who are lawbreakers cannot become the makers of the new world. Those who are lawbreakers cannot become the makers of the new world, the peacemakers or the new world makers. So, check yourself. Am I a new world maker, a peacemaker, and a lawmaker? Or am I a lawbreaker? Baba is saying, check yourself. Would the lawmakers who break the law be called the lawmakers? Would the lawmakers who break the law be called the lawmakers? No. Do all of you clearly know what the godly disciplines are? Or do you still have to know these? Baba is asking to us. Do all of you clearly know what the godly disciplines are? Or do you still have to know these? What does it mean to know them? What does it mean to know them? To know means to follow them. After knowing, you accept them, and after accepting them, you have to follow them. So, should it be understood that all those who are sitting here know all the laws? That is, that they are following them. We say, we know the all godly disciplines, all Srimad. So Baba is saying that we know means we know the all disciplines means we need to follow it. If there is difference, knowing and following means we have not understood 100% that disciplines. If we are following it 100% means we know 100%. So that's why Baba is asking here, what does it mean to know them? To know means to follow them. After knowing, you accept them, and after accepting them, you have to follow them. So should it be understood that all those who are sitting here know all the laws? That is, that they are following them. Are you following the timetable from Amrit Vela onwards according to the godly laws? Or is there a percentage in that? Like we all know, from the Amrit Vela till the night, Baba has given us some timetable, some Srimad for each karma. So Baba is saying that are you following it, or for that there is some kind of percentage? Is there a percentage in knowing the laws? If there isn't a percentage in knowing the laws, but there is a percentage in following them after knowing them, how can you call that knowing the laws? I repeat, if there isn't a percentage in knowing the laws, but there is a percentage in following them after knowing them, how can you call that knowing the laws? If there is percentage, knowing and following. It is because you do not know them accurately. Why there is percentage? Because Baba is saying we do not know them accurately, that you are not able to follow them. If we understand accurately that rules, that laws, that Srimad, that disciplines from the morning till the night, then we able to follow it accurately. If there is difference, then Baba is saying that there is something lacking to understand accurately. Or it is that you know them, but you are not able to follow them. What would you say? Since you say that here, you are knowing, accepting, and following are all the same. Janna, manana, or karna should be said. We say, Baba is saying, you say knowing, accepting, and following are all the same. Why is there still this difference? You tell those who do not have any knowledge that they know that they are souls, but that they do not conduct themselves accordingly while knowing this. You also know which are the godly laws and which are not. If after knowing them, you don't follow them, what would you call this stage? We know the rules, laws, godly laws, but we don't follow. Then Baba is saying, what would you call this stage? Effort. So some say that means Purusharthi. It is that you are forgiven your mistakes in your effort making life. To say that I am the Purusharthi, then Baba is saying it is that you are forgiven your mistakes in your effort making life. Just as the shield of saying Brahma. gives you support. In the same way, the word effort maker means Purusharthi is also a very good shield when you are being defeated or are not being successful. Is this shield shown as one of your weapons? So many times we use this word Purusharthi in a wrong way. Like we save ourselves when we make mistake or when we do not get success. That time we say, okay, we are the Purusharthi. But Baba is saying that you don't use in this way. What meaning do you make of the word effort? It means that while you are in the chariot, you have to conduct yourself considering yourself to be a soul. Purusharthi means Baba is saying that keep all the time awareness that I am the Rathi. मैं इस रथ का रथी हूँ, मैं एक आत्मा हूँ इस शरीर में विराजमान. This consciousness we are having all the time means actually I am the Purusharthi, effort maker. What meaning do you make of the word effort? It means that while you are in that chariot, you have to conduct yourself considering yourself to be a soul. This is called an effort maker, Purusharth, doing something for the sake of being. Who is the one who is the one who is making this effort? That is, who is the master, who remains stable in the stage of soul consciousness. Who is the one who is making this effort? That is, who is the master who remains stable in the stage of soul consciousness. It is the soul, isn't it? It is the soul, isn't it? So an effort maker means one who considers himself to be a soul. So here Baba is explaining about Purusharthi. What means Purusharthi? That always we are in that consciousness that I am soul. Such effort makers can never be defeated. So do not use the word effort in that way. Yes, you can say that when you stop making effort, then you are defeated. So I was saying that don't use this word that I am the Purusharthi, effort maker. That's why I made mistake or I didn't got any kind of success. But instead of that, when we are not get success, that time you can say that I lose my effort, I lose my awareness that I am a soul, I am a Rathi. That's why I was not able to get success. In such a way, Baba is saying you can use, but not in that way. If you are engaged in making effort very well, you cannot be defeated. So Baba is saying that if you are engaged in making effort very well, you cannot be defeated. If there is a difference between knowing them and following them, then those with such a stage cannot be called effort makers. See, Baba is saying if there is any difference between the knowing the disciplines and following the disciplines, then we cannot call ourselves as effort makers. An effort maker always continues to move forward while keeping his destination in front of him. He never comes to a standstill. He may look at the side scenes that now and again come in between. but he never stops. लक्ष्य की ओर आगे बढ़ते हुए बाबा कहते जो रास्ते में आने वाले साइड सीन्स है वो देखेंगे बट वहां पर रुक नहीं जाएंगे. Do you see or do you not see while seeing? Do you see or do you not see while seeing? If you stop when you see something in front of you, then those who continue to move along with such a stage cannot be called effort makers. An effort maker never lets go of his courage and enthusiasm. One more thing Baba is explaining, quality of the effort maker, that effort maker never lets go of his courage, himmat and enthusiasm, ullas. If you constantly have courage and enthusiasm with you, then you are constantly victorious. So two things we need to have, that is the courage and enthusiasm, himmat and ullas. And when we have these two things constantly, means Baba is saying that you are victorious. It is only when you do not have any courage or when instead of enthusiasm, you have one or another type of laziness that you are defeated. Baba is saying that instead of enthusiasm, if we have any kind of laziness, means we will defeat. And by making a little mistake, even though you are the lawmakers, instead of being lawful, you yourselves become the lawbreakers. If we break any small law, then also we will not come into the category of the lawmaker, right? Then we'll say that I am the lawbreaker. What is that little mistake? So why many times we are lawbreakers? What kind of mistake we do? It is a mistake of just one vowel. By the difference of the one vowel, from being the lawmakers, you become the lawbreakers. The difference of just one vowel is the words is instead of Shiv, you look at Shav. Instead of Shiv, you look at Shav. Shiv, Shiv Baba. And Shav means this body. Like we call Shav as a dead body. Right? So Baba is saying that instead of Shiv, you look at Shav. By seeing the corpse, you forget Shiva. And the word Shiva changes and it becomes poison. तो जब हम शव को देख लेते हैं तो फिर विष आ जाता है, poison. The poison is of the vices. So what kind of poison? The poison is of the vices. With the difference of it being turned the other way round, it becomes poison. Shiv and opposite wish. The result of that is also likewise. Once you have been turned the other way round, the result will of course also be wrong. Therefore, do not ever look at the corpse. That is, do not see this body. So Baba is saying, don't see this body, sure, but always see the Shiv. If you see the Shiv, then we'll get the poison of the vices. By seeing it or by staying in the awareness of the body, you are breaking the law. By seeing it or by staying in the awareness of the body, you are breaking the law. So when we break the law, when we have awareness of the body or when we see body, then only we break the laws. But when we have the awareness of the soul, that I am the Rathi, I am the Purusharthi in the true sense, that time we are the law maker. If you constantly keep yourselves within the law, that you must not look at the cups, but that you must look at Shiva, then you can never be defeated in any aspect. See, Baba is saying, when we see the Shiva Baba, when we have that true awareness, then we will never be defeated in any aspect. Maya will not then attack you. Like कहते हैं ना, जहां पर बाप है वहां पर पाप नहीं, और जहां पर पाप है वहां पर बाप नहीं. तो सेम थिंग बाबा इज सेइंग, जहां पर शुभ मतलब ट्रू अवेयरनेस है हमें, वहां पर हमसे कोई मिस्टेक नहीं होगी, हम खार नहीं खाएंगे. Maya will not then attack you. You are defeated when Maya attacks you. If Maya does not even attack you, then how can you be defeated? So, you should make yourself surrender to Baba in your every thought. Here Baba is giving that technique. So, you should make yourself surrender to Baba in your every thought. Now Baba is explaining very beautiful thing, that if you have not surrendered yourself to Baba in your thoughts, then your thoughts, when put into action, defeat you. Therefore, if you consider yourselves to be the lawmakers, then don't ever break this law. Check whether the thought you had is worthy to be surrendered to the Father or not. If it is a wasteful or sinful thought, then you cannot offer it to Baba. So see, first Baba said you surrender yourself as the level of the thought. And if I have to surrender my thoughts to Baba, then it should be very pure, very worthy, right? If it is wasteful, then I'm not able to surrender to Baba. So Baba is saying that each and every thought should be very worthy, very valuable, very pure. Baba cannot accept that. Wasteful thoughts, if we surrender, then Baba is not going to accept that. You can understand what you have to offer to the highest on High Father. You can understand what you have to offer to the highest on the High Father. इतने ऊंचे पिता को, जगत नियंता को हम क्या ऑफर कर सकते हैं, किस प्रकार के थॉट्स. बाबा कहते हैं उसकी समझ आपको होनी चाहिए. Let every thought be elevated. हमारा हर संकल्प बहुत श्रेष्ठ हो. Let every thought be elevated. Continue to offer every thought to Baba and his task, and you will never be defeated. So see how many techniques Baba is giving us. At present, you are not given practical punishment for any wasteful or impure thoughts. But as you progress a little, then apart from actions, if you have any impure or wasteful thoughts, you will experience punishment for them in a practical way. Right now, Baba is saying that we are not getting any practical punishment for any wasteful or impure thoughts. But as we move forward, as we make progress a little, Baba is saying that instead of actions, apart from actions, if we make any impure or wasteful thoughts, we will get punishment in a practical way. You have wasteful thoughts, but thoughts are also a treasure. संकल्प भी बाबा कहते हैं खजाना है, तो उसको यदि हम वेस्ट करते हैं, उसके लिए भी हमें फिर सजा पनिशमेंट मिलेगी. And what would become of those who waste their treasures? What is the result of those who waste their wealth unnecessarily? What is the result of those who waste their wealth unnecessarily? They become bankrupt. किसी के पास खजाना है बट उसको अननेसेसरीली यूज कर रहे हैं तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा, उनका देवाला निकल जाएगा एक दिन. So same way Baba is saying, in the same way, by wasting away the treasure of elevated thoughts, you are not able to experience the attainment of the inheritance that you should receive from the Father. What state does someone who become bankrupt reach? You would experience such a stage. See, Baba is saying, explaining very subtle thing here. जिसके पास बहुत खजाना था उसका एकदम देवाला निकल जाए तो उसके स्टेज क्या होगी, कैसी फीलिंग आएगी. सेम थिंग बाबा इज सेइंग दैट वी गॉट many treasures from the Baba. Especially here Baba is emphasizing the stages of the thoughts, that is the sankalpa. If we are vesting, then we will also experience same thing, same feeling. You will experience such a stage. Therefore, at the present time, you have to be very conscious. At present, the pilgrims have reached a high level point on their destination. When going to a very high destination, there is a great need to maintain attention at every step. जितना हम ऊपर की ओर जाते हैं, ऊंचाई की ओर जाते हैं, बाबा कहते उतना ही हमें अटेंशन रखना एट एवरी स्टेप इंपॉर्टेंट है. You need to check yourself at every step. What will be the result if you have less attention on even one step? What will be the result if you have less attention on even one step? Instead of going up, your foot will slip and you will come down. If you lose little attention. So Baba is saying, what will happen? Instead of going up, your foot will slip and you will come down. That's why Baba is saying that keep awareness, keep attention on each and every step you are taking. So at the present time, do you have this much attention or is there carelessness? The earlier time was a different phase. That time has now gone by. Now you must not be merciful. If even now you are merciful, then you will not be able to be merciful towards other souls. Now Baba is cautioning the children who have attained such a high stage, so that the children can be merciful towards themselves. Do not think that Baba is merciful and that Baba will be merciful for themselves. Sorry. Do not think that Baba is merciful and that Baba will be merciful for whatever happens. Baba is saying, no. Now you will have to settle 1,000-fold karmic account of one mistake. Now you will have to settle 1,000-fold karmic account of one mistake. Therefore now is not the time to make even the slightest mistake. At the present, you must be very conscious at every step and become the multimillionaires by earning multi-millions at every step. Your name is those who are the multi-million times fortunate. Padma Padam Bhagrashali. Therefore, as is your name, so should be your action. As your name should be your action. Check in every action whether you are earning an income of multi-millions and becoming multimillionaires. If you have not become multimillionaires, then how can you be called multi-million times fortunate? Not even one step should be without earning an income of multi-millions. Do you have such checking? Or do you become conscious of this after you have vested many steps? Therefore, you are being cautioned in advance. So Baba making us keep attention in advance. Okay, we are taking pause here. Remaining Murli will continue tomorrow. Now for a few seconds, have reflection on today's Murli. Then we'll share our points, our churning based on today's Murli. Of Shanti. Yes, now feel free and share points you are churning. Yes, come on. Or are listening Murli?
Om Shanti. Today Baba has taught us to be very attentive because the time is going very fast, and accordingly we are not that much alert that we can maintain our sthiti, or we can say the state in which we are. So Baba is telling us to be very, very attentive because Maya is ready to attack us. And we cannot blame Maya for everything because as we have been taught that according to drama, there is we cannot blame anyone. Everyone is playing their own part. So now it is it will be my own responsibility to protect myself, and this is the only thing which we have to do right now. Om Shanti.
Very good, Bhartiban. Anybody else?
Om Shanti. The takeaway from today's Murli for myself is a constant checking of my every thought. Am I following the timetable from Amrit Vela onwards according to the godly laws? It means every thought has to be elevated and in the soul consciousness stage. So this Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti, thank you. Om Bhai. Yes, anyone else? Usha Bhen, Lata Bhen. Vinod Bhai.
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti. Yes, Girija.
I really love the Murli. You know why? When Baba spoke about this law and love, I'm still rolling myself in the Sunday Murli, where Baba spoke about love, where he said, I'm in your heart and you are in my heart. And if you have love, you will forget bodies and all. I was rolling. And today, Baba's just putting a condition along with that love. सिर्फ प्यार नहीं है, उसके लिए कोई मर्यादा, lawful also you have to be. Otherwise, what would happen if I'm only love, 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 but if I don't know the law, law, law? So I was just trying to discipline that love, which Baba has said, by at least just 3 things to take away. One, to look at myself first. Am I loveful towards myself? I am lawful towards myself. Am I following every discipline? Then Pardarshan I have to do. That was the first break he put to the जो love का बौछार कल दिया था उसके लिए. Today Baba did that. Secondly, yesterday when Baba said you can forget bodies, I like that Shiv, Shiv. So you're looking at Shiva. You're not looking at the snake. You're looking at that moti, or you're not looking at the corpse. So how Baba spoke about what makes me lick. So that, how do I, again, my conduct for today, do I look at the corpse? And thirdly, surrender. I always like this word surrender, kyunki koi bhi surrender, when does it become kandit? I mean, when God cannot take it. So he says, if it is wasteful or sinful. And in the end, he says, be an effort maker, but no mercy. No time for mercy now. No mistake now. If you make any mistake, aapka padam jayega. So all these little things I think I would like to put together and make it as a recipe for today.
Very nice, Girija. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Chandrakala Bhen? Ramesh Bhai?
Om Shanti.
Yes,
Good
Vijay
morning.
Bhai. Shanti.
I feel like when I heard this Murli, in my mind, I felt like, today Baba has come to us, by taking the form of a mother. So in order to, give us this awareness to balance love and love. So I think mother is the good example who would really balance the love and love. Because at home we know mother who will be giving very loveful sustenance to a child, right?
Yes.
And at the same time, mother will also ensure that the love is also parallelly maintained, right? At home, see, especially we look at when mother is having a child, mother will be very loveful to the child, right? And give all the sustenance. And when the child is not being obedient sometimes, if, for example, the child has to wake up early in the morning, get ready for school, and when mother comes in, tell him, child, wake up in a very loving way. Child, I don't think sometimes you wake up, right? It'll go. Hello.
Yes, yes, yes. Karthika. Yes,
Hello.
thank you.
Yeah. So what happens? The child is not going to wake up and continue to sleep, and then that's when the mother will show the second form. That will be the form of taking the law and become authoritative and come with a stick and wake him up and make him ready for school. So that's when while seeing the mother's face, child will understand, okay, this is time to get up and get ready for school. So here Baba is cautioning us that we have to take good care of us, ensuring not to break the law. We are the lawmakers. Whatever we do, our ancestors, I mean the followers or the Brahmins, right? They are going to look at us, or the world is going to look at us, and they're going to follow us. So we have to ensure that we we have this awareness that we are the lawmakers back in our mind. Laziness, mistakes, all that we need to correct it. Instead of Shiva, we have to become Shav. It has to be, we have to become Shiv, Mangalakari. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Very nice, Vijay Bhai. Nicely explained. You have given very good example of the mother. Very nice. Okay, Girija, I'm asking why no
Yeah.
Raham?
No, I'll just tell you, in that sentence, if you see, Baba says, now you must not be merciful. Okay, full stop. Then he says, if even now you are merciful, even now you are merciful, then you will not be able to be merciful towards other souls. And then he says, he cautions children can be merciful towards themselves. Just the 3 lines, I was trying to somewhere kind of whether the commas or grammar, I didn't understand.
Okay, we'll explain. Actually, see here, Baba want to explain what I understood from the Murli, that earlier Baba's form was as a father. But in the coming time, Baba will be like a Dharmaraj. So Baba is saying that Baba is giving us attention, cautioning us that keep attention. As a form of father, Baba is always merciful on us, with us. But in future, Baba will not as that form, as a father, but that we have to face Dharmaraj too. That's why Baba said that you should not be merciful right now at present time. If you will like that, then you will not able to make mercy on others. That's why Baba said that if you make any slightest small mistake, then also you will get very high level of punishment for one karma, one mistake. That's why Baba is saying that no Raham. I hope you understand.
Yeah, then what should be my attention towards other souls?
Means?
Ne usme likha hai na that you will attend, you don't be merciful now, so that you are not merciful towards other souls. Okay,
No,
I know about Dharamraj.
खुद के ऊपर हमें नहीं रहम करना है कि ओके मेरे से मिस्टेक हो गया, कोई बात नहीं. बट बाबा इज सेइंग दैट हमें हमारे साथ बहुत अच्छे से शक्तिशाली बनकर रहना है कि अभी मुझे कोई मिस्टेक नहीं करना है, तभी फिर हम औरों के ऊपर रहम कर पाएंगे. बट अभी हम मिस्टेक करते जा रहे हैं और खुद ही खुद के ऊपर रहम करते जा रहे हैं, तो फिर हमारा पनिशमेंट का अकाउंट बढ़ता जाएगा और फिर आने वाले समय में हम औरों के ऊपर रहम तो कर ही नहीं पाएंगे.
Okay, nahi to my karmic accounts will not be settled at all. बढ़ता जाए.
So Baba has explained in such a way also, no, that Baba has reminded us our name, that we are the multi-million fold times fortunate. So Baba said, if you are making mistakes, then how means you are not earning at each step, then how can you say yourself that you are the multi-million times fortunate? Means you have to earn each and every step you are taking. Clear, Girija?
Yes, sister. It's a question of samay. Samay ki pabandi Baba is putting on us.
Yes, yes. Very good.
Just adding a reflection to this, basically Baba is expecting us to be merciless on ourselves with respect to following the timetable, the godly laws.
Disciplines.
And be merciful in others' weaknesses. Others' weakness, if we see but yet not see. We just see the qualities and being merciful towards others, give them blessings. But that will happen only when I am merciless on my maryadas. I'm very strict on my maryadas.
Actually, tomorrow you will understand more, because the in sequence remaining only will read tomorrow. No? So in that paragraph, Baba is explaining about the three forms of Baba. That is the Father, Sadguru, and Dharmaraj. So there you will get clarity of that. That why Baba is explaining in such a way. Yes, anybody else want to share? Okay, no one. So we'll remember Baba. Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Pratika Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.